Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 92. Welcome. Okay, let's just get right into it, shall we? Okay, so for my finished objects, I have two. I have the Stash Buster Square number 4 that I completed, and this is a crochet along that is happening all this year, put out by the Unraveled Mitten, and I believe her name is Heather. And she releases a square for every other month, or every 2 weeks, twice a month. And so at the end of the year, we'll have 24 squares that we'll get to put together for a blanket. Okay, so I just finished number 4. So as a review, I'll show you. This is number 1. Now I'm using number 3 weight yarn. So my squares are roughly 9-inch squares, okay, instead of 12, because I'm using number 3 weight. So this is number 1. I forget the names of these stitches. I know this is half double crochet herringbone or something like that. The others I don't remember the names of them, but this was square number 2 right here, okay, or like this, I guess, yeah. And then number 3 was this one. Okay, they are not blocked, as you can see, and so they're a little bit curly on the edges, but they won't be once they're stitched together. Okay, and then my newest square is square number 4, and is this one. And I am using, I think the majority of this was mandala, some of my leftover mandala cakes. I think Spirit was some of this right in here, and maybe Centaur, maybe this one, I'm not sure. So I'm using the leftover mandala cakes that I have, and then I also have some baby, very fine baby yarns like the Lion brand Jamie. I have some multicolored pink shades of pink, and I have one that's shades of blue, and I have another multicolored patterned baby yarn that's really small. This one is Bernat Baby Jacquards, I think it is. Anyway, they're all very similar weight yarns, and I'm having a fun time putting these together. So that's my 4 squares. So that is finished object number 1. Finished object number 2, if you can see just a little bit of it right there, but I finished the hot air balloon baby mobile, and this was a pattern. Now I bought the pattern off of Etsy. It was a paid for pattern, and the name of the website I believe is like it's called birdsandcrickets.com. And so let me show you. Now my husband helped me, and he attached it to my stool, the back of my stool here. And now I bought the hardware. I bought the hanger off of Amazon. It was a crib mobile hanger, I guess you'd call it. Now you can't see the bottom of it. Or I can't see, maybe you can see it, I don't know. But anyway, here it is. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. I know it's probably hard to see it since I'm having to put it so far back. Hoping you can see it. I don't know if I put up this dark here, you can see it maybe better. I did put spots on the giraffe. I had several people, well, I even said myself that I thought that giraffe just needed spots. And I had some commenters, saying that, yes, that the giraffe needs spots. So I went back and I did stitch some spots on the giraffe. So I'm very happy with it. I think it's really cute. It does revolve. This mechanism up here is a music box. You wind it up and it will turn. Revolve. And we left the ties long right here because once I give it to my niece for her baby, I want them to be able to adjust the height of it, because I didn't know how far it was gonna hang down in their crib, and so we just my husband just helped me, and we wrapped it around here. And so this is going to be an adjustable thing where they can take it loose and then raise this part or lower it, is however they need it to be, and then secure it. Okay, it's really cute, the little music box. I would play it, but I'm afraid I might get in trouble with copyright or something. I don't know, because it plays You Are My Sunshine. It's so pretty. It's really cute. But anyway, I'll bring it out a little bit here so you can see it. I'm very happy with it. I think it's really cute. Turned out really cute. So that is works in progress number 2. Now let me move it around to get it kind of out of the way. There. Okay. Okay, so that's my 2 finished objects for the week. I'm very happy to get that done, and I'm very pleased with the way it turned out. Okay, and so on to the works in progress. Okay, so I am participating in the Jada and Stitches 2019 calendar blanket, and I did finish part 2 of the blanket, which completes the background piece of the blanket. It's going to be what she calls a folk something. Isn't that terrible? I don't remember, but anyway, it's like a landscape type picture type thing for the background, and then we're going to add stuff to the front of it. So here it is so far. I'm sure I can't hold it all up, but you start with this dark blue at the bottom that looks like water, and then you have some land right there. That's okay. And so for my colors, this is Red Hot Super Saver Royal, I think. It's either Royal or Blue. I don't remember. And then this is Cafe Latte Red Heart Super Saver. And then this one right here, this is Premier Yarns Everyday, Deborah Norville Everyday Yarns in the Pine Green colorway. And then I've got this one, which is Deborah Norville Everyday in the color Kiwi. And then this top one right here, the sky color, is Joanne Big Twist in light, I want to say light denim. I think that's what it is. But anyway, it's a light blue. Okay, so there is my background for my blanket. And so now I won't be working, I'm done with this, so you won't see this again until the end of this month. I guess the end of the month, she will come out with the next section, and we will see what part we will work on next. I think it's going to be an exciting project. Okay, so that was works in progress number 1. Works in progress number 2 is the favorite musical Make Along by Ooh Ah Crochet here on YouTube, and that is Amber. And so for my favorite musical that I picked, I couldn't pick a favorite. I have so many that I like, but this is one of them that I like, and is Wizard of Oz. And so last week I showed you that I had completed what I decided to do. Okay, so I found a cross-stitch pattern on a website. I think it's called cloudfactory.com or something. I'll put a link in the description box below of what the where you can find it. But it's actually a cross-stitch pattern, and I did buy the pattern. And I will like to one day cross-stitch it as well. But anyway, so I'm using the figures in that cross-stitch pattern, and I'm doing it crochet corner to corner style, except it's mini corner to corner. I'm using half double crochets instead of double crochets. And last week I had 2 squares done. I showed you that, and I'll show you again because I like them. Anyway, here is Dorothy right there, okay? And then I have the Cowardly Lion, whoop, right there, okay, whoop, okay, so that's 2. And then now I'm working on my 3rd one, and it is the Scarecrow. And so I don't have a whole lot of it done yet, but I will try to hold up. You know how it is with corner to corner. You have all these strings attached to it while you're still working on it. But anyway, here's the bottom. That's his shoes right there, and then he's got, ever so often, he's got these pieces, this yellow that's pieces of hay that are sticking out, and then he's got this red. It's kind of like a burgundy, this color, burgundy red, or I don't know what red. It's a red claret, I think, might be. Anyway, it's for his pants and his belt. And then there the part of his top, tunic type thing that he's wearing, the top, and that's Red Hot Super Saver coffee. Yeah. So anyway, so far that's what I've got. So it does work up pretty fast, except for a few spots if you have a whole lot of color changing going on. But once you get to the bigger sections of color, it does work up pretty quickly. And so I may have this done, hopefully I'll have this done by next week maybe, and I'll be able to show you as a finished object. Okay, let's see. I don't think I've measured these. Let me measure them right quick. I'm curious to see how much they measure, because they are squares. Let's see, it's about about 13 inches, something like that, 13-inch squares. So, so if I had 3 across, well, 2 across, that would be 26 across. See, it's kind of small. So 3 across would be, whatever that is, 36, 37, 39, something like that. Anyway, so I may try to see if I can come up with 3, 6, 9 squares, possibly, instead of 4. I don't know. We'll see. I am enjoying the project, though. I think it's going to be a really cute pattern. I have had suggestions on different characters to add to the pattern, and some great suggestions. I'm going to see. I believe I found a flying monkey pattern. I just need to round off the bottom. I'll change the chart a little bit, round off the bottom, so then it'd have the Weebles type bottom like these characters do. But anyway, I think it's going to be fun. It is. It's a fun project. I'm also going to go, I was thinking about going around, and once I get the squares together, I'll go around the whole entire thing with some sort of a stitch that will represent the yellow brick road. I think that would be super cute. So we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. Yeah. Okay, so stay tuned and watch my progress on that project. Okay, now, next works in progress is, it's the tiger. I'm working on a tiger. This is Thomas the Tiger, and the pattern is by Jess Huff, HUFF.com, I think. But you can get to it from Ravelry. There's a link that will take you to her website, and you can get the pattern. It's a free pattern. She's got a whole lot of amigurumi or stuffed animal patterns. I think the body parts may be similar, and then she just changed the pieces to make different characters and the colors. I believe Totally.net, Hailey, she did the hippo from the same designer. I believe it was the hippo. I think that's what it was. Am I right? Anyway, but all her characters are super cute, and I intend to make more of them. But this pattern I chose to make is the tiger, which is Thomas the Tiger. And as you see, I've got his sweet little face done. I just love his face. And then I've got his ears done and sewed on. And his body, I just did his body I started him last night, the body part, and I finished it and stuffed it, and I went ahead and attached it, which I'm kind of glad I'm doing it that way. Before, different times when I've made amigurumis, I've only made the pieces all separate and then sew them on. And this one I'm kind of sewing it on as I go, so at the end I won't have a lot of pieces to sew on, so I'm kind of glad I'm doing it that way. I do like patterns where like Petra's from the Sosa family, hi Petra, how her pattern was that you connected the arms and the legs as you're making the body, so they're all crocheted together, which is minimal sewing. That's great patterns. And so if the pattern is not designed that way, then I like it this way as well. Or my second favorite is to put together the pieces as you go. Okay. So the muzzle was a separate piece. I had to sew it on and stuff it. The little nose piece, I had to do that. And normally I have a hard time sewing muzzles on and stuffing and sewing and getting them in the right place and even and whatever. But this one worked out well, and I didn't have a whole lot of trouble getting it placed and put on there. So I'm very happy with him. I think he's so cute. If you go over to my Instagram, I took a picture because I had his whole complete head done with the eyes and everything in, but he didn't have his ears yet. And so I took this picture, and the angle that I ended up getting with the camera is really cute, I think. I'm not a photographer, but I think it was just an accident, I guess. But he just had a good expression, not expression, because you don't change his expression, but it was just cute. Anyway, go over to my Instagram. It's Yarnjoy Yarnjoy _podcast on Instagram, and you can see him. I posted the picture of his head, and I said something like that Thomas the tiger was watching me, wanting me to finish him. So anyway, so now I just have to do a belly patch and his arms and legs and tail and attach that. So he's coming along pretty quickly. Oh, and the yarn I'm using, that's what I wanted to say, that the yarn I'm using was part of some yarn that I just purchased, and it is the Premier Yarn, Deborah Norville Premier Yarn, Everyday Yarn, worsted weight. I used the colorway, the orange I used was the colorway called Bittersweet, and then just black. I think in the pattern she called to use a dark brown, but I used black. The white was just some white that I had because I don't need very much, and so I think it's Red Heart or something like that. But anyway, the reason I was wanting to do the everyday yarn is because it now says that it's an anti-pilling yarn, and I thought that would be ideal for not just blankets, things that are washed a lot, but even for an amigurumi, because if the child is going to be playing with it and loving it and sleeping with it and all that, kids get things dirty, so you have to wash even their toys and things at times, and especially the ones they love the most. And so I'm hoping that using the anti-pilling yarn would be a good choice to use because it's supposed to be a sturdier yarn. I do like the texture of it. It was just single crochets, but using that yarn really made it a nice texture. And so it's soft, and I'm very happy with it, very pleased with it. And the eyes are 15 millimeter safety eyes. Okay, so almost done with him, but next week I'm sure I'll probably be finished with him. I think he's super cute, and he is going to be a gift for a young woman that works in our dental office that's having a baby, and she's having a little boy, and she's always so helpful with us when we're there, and she is always asking me, because I'll be crocheting in the waiting room when I'm waiting for my son with his appointment, and she's always asking me what I'm making, and she acts so interested in all the things that I'm crocheting, and so I just wanted to make her something for her baby. So anyway, that is works in progress number 3. Okay, works in progress number 4. Well, it is a works in progress technically because I just barely started it, but I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I'm making another one of the white baby blanket that I did with the pink roses in the corner. It's funny because one place I saw it was called flower textured blanket. And then I found the pattern on another website. They didn't call it that. They really didn't call it anything. They just said, they called it like beautiful baby blanket or something, and the pattern was on there. The website is called mycrochetpattern.com, and it's got the pattern. It's got a chart that you can look at and follow. It also has, I think, 3 or 4 little video clips. One of them gets you started with the body of the blanket, and then you have 2 other video clips that help you with the border. There's like a double border, and so and then I believe there's one that helps you with how do you make the flower. But anyway, I will put links in the description box where to find the pattern. It is a free pattern. I don't know if the original person that came up with this or designed this pattern maybe speaks another language. I don't know, but like besides English, because the wording of the pattern is a little bit. You have to be careful when you're reading it. You know, the way it's described, it makes me kind of feel like maybe it has been translated from something else into English. But I really didn't have that much of a problem following it because you have the written pattern and then you have the diagram. You can kind of look at it. It really gives you some good practice on following diagrams as well. Plus, then you have the YouTube videos of the little well, I think they're YouTube, I don't know. But there's little tutorials. There's text on the screen, but there's no sound. I mean, it's just music. There's no talking, in other words. But the combination of those 3 helps. Really helped a lot with me making the pattern and not having any trouble with it. So anyway, all I've got done is I started it, the chain, and then I have to go all the way down on this first row in double crochets, and I just started it. So that's all I've got done on it. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get it done. It is for a commission, so I'll have it done in plenty of time. I really want to give it to her in April, so that way she'll have it, and I will not be pressured not pressured, but hurried or rushed or whatever to get it done before the baby is here or whatever. So so I'm on that and the tiger, because the baby is due the beginning of May, and so I want to get this out as soon as possible, and to her as well, to the other person that's pregnant. So anyway, that is my works in progresses that I'm doing, or that worked on this past week. And so let's move on to upcoming events. So I just finished filming a new tutorial. It is for, just like I did last month, it is for Danica over at Lady Loves Design Boutique. It was her Facebook group. And she does every month. She's been doing a series of a new stitch per month. And her patterns that she designs are corner-to-corner Grafgan patterns with the charts. And so she's been releasing a new stitch of the month. And they're all related to doing Grafgans, or doing Grafgans different ways. And so last month I did, she had asked me to make a video tutorial teaching the stitch of the month. And so last month was the block stitch. And so I did that one, following a chart. And then this month is corner to corner. And I know I do have a corner to corner tutorial, or a couple, here on my channel, but she gave me a chart that she wanted to follow, so that way the members of her Facebook group could get the same chart and follow along and learn this stitch that has not done a corner to corner style Grafgan. And so I did that and edited it, and it's ready to be uploaded up into YouTube. And it will be released on Saturday, so if you want to check that out, please do. And if you enjoy doing Grafgans, please go over and join Danica's Facebook group, Lady Loves Design Boutique. Okay, so that tutorial, both left-handed, right-handed versions, will be released on Saturday, this Saturday, March the 9th. Okay, so that's upcoming. upcoming also is I'll be doing, I'll maybe get it done next week, is another, well, the first of 3 preemie hats for March that I'm doing at 3 per month to donate to the Halloween preemie character hat drive here at one of the local NICUs and the local hospitals. And so I'm wanting to do 3 per month, so that way by October I will have 30. So I'm going to be starting that. I went through and I found some more cute patterns that I want to make hats off of Ravelry, yeah, and they're newborn sizes, but I just go down some hook sizes to make them preemie size. So be looking for some more preemie hats coming up. And also upcoming, oh yes, I got contacted on Ravelry from a crochet designer, and her name is I'm thinking her name is pronounced Lear. It's just L-I-R. And Lear, if you're watching, if that's not how you pronounce it, I'm sorry, but I'm thinking that's how you pronounce your name. Her last name is Shilton, I think. Anyway, she contacted me, and she had such kind comments to me saying how she enjoyed watching my videos, and that she saw that I made amigurumis, and so she really said that she enjoyed watching me. So anyway, she said that she was a designer and she was wanting me to review one of her patterns. And so she said, go over to her website. Her website is crochetwithlear.com, and I'll put that in the description box below. She asked me to go over and pick out one of her patterns, and she would gift me the pattern, and then in exchange for giving it to me for free, she would ask me to review the pattern here on my channel. And then she, and besides giving me a pattern, she also gave me coupon codes, 5 of them, for me to have a giveaway to some of my subscribers, to also get this same pattern for free, okay? And what is unique about her patterns is that if you go over, she didn't have a whole lot of patterns, but she's got some really cute ones. She's got some little crocheted earrings. She has a couple of backpacks. One of them is like a boy, kind of aimed toward boys. It looks like BB-8. It's really cute. And then she's got another one that looks like Jigglypuff. I think it's Jigglypuff. Pokemon, but it's pink, you know, so it's kind of girl, it's like girl related, sort of. And what else? She's got a couple of amigurumis. She has a pillow that's like a tapestry crochet pillow that's a picture of a dog. It's really cute. She's got some, oh, and she's got some amigurumi dolls. She has one of Moana, well, Moana inspired, and then she also has some other girl dolls that she's designed where she has a pipe cleaners or some type of wires in like the arms and legs so you can like pose them and stuff. Really cute work, very nice. And what is awesome about her patterns is, besides the written pattern that she gives you with tons of pictures, she also includes a video tutorial showing you how to make the whole complete pattern. So I think that's awesome, awesome, all packaged together in one pattern. So when you see the prices, and the prices aren't bad, they're comparable to prices you see patterns for, but also, you know, with a bonus amount of the fact that you get access to this video tutorial if you purchase the pattern. This video tutorial is included, so I think that's awesome. So anyway, she did, like I said, she gave me 5 coupon codes so I can have a giveaway at the end of my project review, and then there will be 5 people that will get to win the pattern as well, the same pattern that I picked out. So what did I pick out? I looked through her patterns and I was trying to decide what I wanted to pick out, and so what I picked out was a porg from Star Wars. If you're familiar with Star Wars, this little Star Wars character, about, I don't know how big he is, but he's from one of the later Star Wars movies. very cute, and like I said, the character's called a porg, P-O-R-G. And it was just so cute, and so I decided to pick out that pattern. I made a little porg a while back, but I ended up giving it in a crafty swap to Lisa of Happy to Creations to give to one of her little granddaughter, or her daughter, I don't remember, or the two of them together. But anyway, and so I want to make that porg. I think he's going to be cute. This one's bigger, and I haven't started him, but I'm going to collect the yarn together, gather the yarn that I need. It's like 3 colors, and I'm going to get started, and I'm going to be following it with the written instructions and along with the video tutorial, and I will let you know what I think about her pattern and how things are written and everything. So be tuned, or stay tuned and follow me on that, because I think it's going to be really cute pattern, and I will let you know what I think about it even more when I get started. And there will be 5 winners that will be able to win that pattern as well, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, one more upcoming thing I want to discuss is the fact that I had been asked by one of my viewers if I would do a tutorial on showing how I graphed out letters, like the way I did my Yarnjoy banner up there. But what she wanted to do is she wanted to do a corner to corner blanket, but put a name, like, I can't remember, but it's like somebody's name on the blanket, and how I would go about planning that out. Okay, and so I decided, I was thinking, oh well, that would be a fun tutorial to do, and maybe it might help somebody that is curious on how you can do something like that. And so I designed a project, and what I decided to do, since I was going to do a tutorial, I thought, well, I'm going to do plan a project that I could use. Actually, it's going to be a Christmas gift for this upcoming Christmas for one of my great nieces, okay? And so I charted out her name, and I asked her mother, my niece, what she liked, and she said that she liked bumblebees, and so I found a really super cute pattern. Well, it wasn't a pattern, it was a picture, and it was on a site that's free clip art. Okay, and so I used that picture, and actually I'm working with Danica of Lady Love Design Boutique, because I sent her that picture and she turned it into, I just told her how many squares by how many squares I needed. She took it, refined it, and turned it into a corner to corner chart. So I always want to give credit to her for helping me out to get that part done. But anyway, I will be doing a tutorial on how I did the letters, and how I decided on the size, and whether you want to do a basic corner to corner, not Graphgan, but then add the wording on there, or if you actually want to do a picture corner to corner graph or whatever, along with adding a name or lettering or words or whatever. So anyway, I think it's going to be fun, and so I'm hoping that maybe some of my viewers will enjoy it, or learn something from it, or I don't know, enjoy watching. So anyway, that's upcoming as well. I think that's it. This is probably long. I seem like I've been talking a lot, so it's maybe a long video. So I guess I better sign off for now. But I do want to thank so much my subscribers. I'm enjoying meeting and interacting with so many people. I've never had so many friends. I just love it. I just love it. I love talking to people from all over the place. It's just so fun. Through my YouTube channel, through my Facebook group, Yarnjoy Podcast, Instagram, Ravelry. People find me over on Ravelry and add me as friends and send me little notes. It's so sweet. I just really appreciate everybody doing that. I think that's it's just great connecting with so many people. And so if you haven't subscribed, then please do subscribe here. Like the video if you enjoy it. But please subscribe, and so that way you can follow along on the progress of all these projects that I'm always working on, and see my progress on it. And I think it's just a great way to connect. And please go over and join my Facebook group. That way you can post pictures of the things that you're working on, and then I can see them, so I can see your stuff as well, and we can all share together in the things that we make. And recently I've been over on the Zoom video chats. That there's several other YouTubers that have started up. There's one, I will put a schedule of all the Zoom events that I know of. It is an app called zoom.us, or that's where I found it on my laptop. You go on there, register, it's free, and then you put in the code number to the host of who's going to have the meeting at the time that they say they're going to have the meeting, and then you can get on there and you can visit and you can see face to face. It's like a virtual or an online knitting crochet group, and it's like we're all sitting around and chatting and talking to each other, and just getting to know everybody is so much fun. I've met and gotten to know some of my viewers that I recognize them from comments on my videos and over on my Facebook group, but it's so fun to be able to see you and see what you're working on, and it's just great. I've never been a part of a knitting group in my area or a crochet group, and so now I'm getting to experience that camaraderie. It's just a wonderful thing. And I think there's getting to be one almost every day. Somebody is hosting one. It's just fun to have so many options of when these meetings are, that you can join and get to know each other. So also, sorry, allergies are terrible. It's just really going around, I think, again. So check into that. I will try to put the schedule in the link below of the times and who is hostessing these Zoom video chats. And like I said, it is free. So please check that out as well. Okay, I'm going to go. So I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and get a lot of crafting done and a lot of family time as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.